Have you been told you might need to file a Tier 2 report this year? Maybe you've been told about community right to know reporting, a hazardous materials business plan, or some other type of reporting related to hazardous materials. If you're watching this, you're probably trying to understand what this Tier 2 stuff is all about and what it's like to hire a consultant for this line of work. Things like what we actually do, how involved is it, and whether we'd be a good fit for your reporting needs is something to consider. So let me walk you through how we can help your operations with Tier 2 reporting step by step. Hey there, I'm Ruhlin from RMA, your environmental experts. We work with industrial and commercial facilities across the country to prepare and submit Tier 2 reports accurately and on time without the annual scramble. Let's dive in. Tier 2 reporting is a nationwide annual reporting requirement for facilities storing certain hazardous materials above certain threshold quantities. These reports, due by March 1st every year, disclose what chemicals are on site, how much you store, and where they're located. While that sounds pretty straightforward, it often gets complicated. Threshold calculations can be tricky, states use different reporting platforms, some even call it different things besides Tier 2 or community right to know, like HMBP in California. Some require separate submissions to local fire departments or emergency planning agencies, and regardless of the nuances, errors or missed deadlines can lead to significant penalties and violations. So, what happens if you decide to reach out to RMA? You might fill out a form on our website, you might send us an email, or you might pick up the phone and give us a call. However you prefer to start, we'll begin a conversation. That initial conversation is free, and it's not a scripted sales pitch. It's a practical back and forth. And if you're not even sure whether Tier 2 applies to you, well, that's part of the discussion. We'll walk through the thresholds and help you determine whether this is something you'll likely need to file. If it doesn't apply, we'll tell you that as well. If it does, we'll explain why. The goal isn't to rush through it. It's to understand your situation accurately and determine whether it makes sense to move forward together. If we both feel like it's a good fit, we'll provide a service agreement. That's an outline of what we'll do, the timeline, and the cost. Once you sign that agreement, you're on board and we're officially on your team. In some cases, clients have solid chemical tracking systems, organized safety data sheets, and prior Tier 2 reports they can build from. When that's the case, we can sometimes complete the work remotely. In other situations, records may be incomplete, or you may prefer that we verify inventory directly. In those cases, we may schedule a site visit. If a site visit is needed, it will be clearly defined in the scope and price upfront, so there are no surprises. Once inventory and thresholds are confirmed, we prepare the Tier 2 submission in the appropriate state system and coordinate any required local notifications. After submission, we provide confirmation documentation so your records are organized and inspection ready. And if any questions pop up from the agencies we've submitted to, we'll be there to answer them. Some clients need a report submitted once and then they take it over. Others treat us like their environmental accountant, using us year after year for support with annual reporting requirements. Regardless of the support you need, we can help. Now, let's talk honestly about working together. We've found over the years that we bring the most value to small to mid-sized companies. In our mind, that means companies operating in the 1 to several dozen facilities, storing 1 to several dozen reportable materials. Organizations where accuracy matters, regulators matter, and leadership doesn't want to dictate internal time and resources to managing Tier 2 reporting themselves. They simply want it handled correctly by someone who does this every year. So they hire outside help. Again, just like using an accountant to prepare and file your taxes. In terms of pricing, Tier 2 reporting costs depend on a handful of variables. How many materials you need to report, how many facilities you operate, how complex your inventory is, and what your state requires. If you'd like a realistic sense of cost before reaching out, we have a dedicated Tier 2 pricing page with a free interactive calculator. No email or personal information is required. On that page, we lay it all out. Realistic price ranges, example scenarios, what actually drives cost up or down, common questions we hear, and what you should expect when hiring a firm like ours. So you can go into the conversation informed and confident. And if you're earlier in the process and still trying to understand Tier 2 thresholds, reporting rules, or how community right to know laws apply to your facility, we also have a Tier 2 Learning Center filled with articles and resources designed to make this easier to understand before you make any decisions. When you're ready to start with that first conversation. We'll talk it through, answer your questions directly, and figure out whether it makes sense to move forward together. If you'd like RMA to handle your Tier 2 reporting, reach out to us. We'll take it from there.